it's well documented. I do not like the more realistic style of villager faces, right? So that's immediately kind of a knockdown. But what I will say is the fact that they're wearing hats is definitely easier to process what I'm looking at here. The texture pack that we're reviewing in today's Throwback Thursday texture pack reviews is actually a re-review with the Conquest Texture Pack by Conquest Studios. It's currently rated 4.6 stars out of 5 stars from 5,397 reviews, and it currently costs 990 mine tokens, which you cannot see on the screen right now. It says, conquer new worlds with these handcrafted, realistic textures, perfect for building gritty medieval castles, desert bazaars, towering pagodas, or even industrial factories in amazing detail. 32 by 32 HD textures, extensive texture variations to make your worlds even more realistic, unique textures for many blocks like fences, slabs, even double slabs, and a full custom UI. Let's get this texture pack re-reviewed. Welcome back to the home of the texture pack review. I am your host, the Dazman, and we are in a brand new creative world for the Conquest Texture Pack re-review created by Conquest Studios. If you enjoy this re-review today, please do leave a like on the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know, what do you think about this texture pack? Do you use it? Have you used it? Are you one of the many thousands of people that have rated this nearly 5 stars? Or don't you like it? Let me know down in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. We are on the road to 6,400 subscribers, and I would greatly appreciate the support. Thank you very much to everybody who has supported the channel so far. I really do appreciate it. Let me jump over to the left-hand side and let's get this re-review started by looking at the GUI. And let me just say, this texture pack is about 31 megabytes in size, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, wrote that down on my notes. 31 megabytes in size for people who care about these sort of things. And it was released on March 1st, 2022, but was actually last updated as recently as the 23rd of May, 2025. Which means I would expect this to be very up to date. I would expect this not to be broken by spring to life, and hopefully we're going to see some awesomeness in this pack that is very much gothic, medieval, gritty, and somewhat realistic. So let's see if it's going to earn that near perfect score that it has in the marketplace, or am I going to go against the grain? We'll find out today, but that should be enough time for the GUI. So let's have a look at the world, and immediately what I'm seeing here is some awesome clouds. I really like these clouds. They're not on your head as, like, you know, pinpoint realistic. They are just a smidge away from claiming to be realism in those clouds. I think that's very cool. And then in terms of the rest of the pack, in terms of the rest of the world, we've got a kind of darker, grittier green, which I think we're going to see a lot of in terms of this pack. A lot of darkness, a lot of dirtiness, a lot of roughness and grittiness. Because at the end of the day, this is a medieval pack. This does have realistic tendencies to it, and that is what you're going to get for that. With the water, it feels like a darker blue, and it's a very noisy, almost wormy water texture. I'm not the biggest fan of the water texture up close and personal, but once we get to like more here, this kind of distance, I like the color. I like the murkiness to it. I like that changing color effect over there as we get a different biome type water. And I just like looking off into the distance. I think this is really nice. The fog over there looking quite good. I think I'm at about 30 chunks render distance, if that helps anybody. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the grittiness. I'm a big fan of the dirtiness. Let's get up close. Let's see what we're dealing with here. So the block face for dirt, in fact, for pretty much everything, the closer we get is more and more blurry the closer we get. There is a heavy amount of blur up close, which isn't the fondest thing for me. But if I'm not mistaken, that stone, that stone, that stone, we've got block variation here. Very nice spread of a block variation on here. Again, that grittiness for the grass. It's very, very fine lined between grittiness and blurriness. And for some people, that's probably going to be a bit weird. I'm not the biggest fan of blur. I do prefer a polished texture pack, but I can definitely respect what I'm looking at here in terms of that realness that we get. I think that's quite cool. And then looking at that as well, I mean, if you're a cow, mate, you really are. Wow, okay. So we've got a cow on here very much, and I mean this as a compliment, very much in the same ilk as a true realism pack. Very, very wooden trot. That back leg there wasn't particularly working, but the model is so cool. I really like that model. I could have done with a bit more color, maybe a little bit more daisiness to it, you know, a little bit black and white maybe or something. But, oh, we've got mob variation. I take it way back. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was kind of talking about here. This one. I like these, you know. They're not particularly Minecraft with how blocky each limb is, but hey, I like this. This looks really nice in my opinion. Over here as well, we've got a... Excuse me, I can't pick him. Excuse me. There we go. We've got a pig. Let's get a few of these down. Got some squealing going on. Oh, this is heavy on the realistic. Okay. We've got that variation. We've got some dirty pigs. We've got some cleaner pigs that are still very gritty. It's very blurry. It's keeping that old school texture vibe with the blur. Adding in those models to give them that shape, which kind of feels a little bit unnatural. But hey, if this is what Minecraft in realism, if this is what realism in Minecraft was to look like, I would be all right with it. I really would be. It's a shock compared to what the normal vanilla textures are. But I kind of like this. I like this. It's up there with that true realism, that gritty, realistic pack feel that you get. You know exactly what you're looking for when you get this. I mean, you know you're going to get gritty. You know you're going to get realistic. You know you're going to get gothic. I think that's really cool, man. Not going to be for everybody at all. I mean, some people are going to want some color. Some people are going to want some vibrancy. This feels like it's very much had the life sucked out of it. But I think it's cool. Look at that chicken right there as well. Honestly, the detail, the design, I forgive the blur. I really do forgive the blur here. I think that's nice, man. All of that little waving. One wing, though. Only one wing. I'm seeing a few issues here. Picking up a few nitpicks. Every time I go on his right-hand side, he jumps. Yeah, look, only the one wing moving on the chicken. So a few broken elements, which isn't great. I'm assuming it's broken and it's not supposed to be an injured chicken, shall we say. But okay, now we're just looking around for some sheep. I think while we look for a sheep, let's get some horse out here and see what we got going on. Obviously, you want some good horses in a medieval pack. You want that to look good. Okay, not bad. I mean, the models are definitely a lot more basic than we was getting with the chickens and the pigs and the cows. These are a lot more Minecraft models. I was expecting more kind of muscular designs going on there, which is a bit of a letdown. But in terms of the actual shading and art style, I felt that was quite good. We've got a skeleton here as well. Oh, look at that. We've got that kind of eggshelly, dirty white going. Oh, that is very rough with the bones. I get what they've gone for. I'm not the biggest fan of the legs on that. Look, even he's not. Look, he's squaring up. He's like, who are you trying to kick, bro? But I like the design still. I just don't like the legs on that one, I'm afraid. And then last but not least for the horses, we've got some zombie horses going on here. Wow. Hold on. Can we get another big guy? Can we get another big guy? Look at that. The mouth kind of tearing off. That's nice. From an artistic point of view, I like that. And yeah, again, the blur is apparent. Once you come to terms with the blur in a pack like this, though, you really are able to just appreciate what you've got. Like, look at that. Just that there. It's a weird one, right? Because it kind of feels like old school Doom in those kind of textures, which I don't know if that's a compliment or not, considering we're in 2025. But compared to what Minecraft looks like in general, that is like miles more realistic. And the variations that are in there just giving off that feel that you would get. And there's the sheep that I wanted. Here we go. Oh, I like that sheep. You know what? The shape of the model feels a lot stronger here in this sheep than it does in the cow or the pig. Let's go and grab a few more. Let's see some different colors. Or not game. Thank you. Okay, there's a couple there. Wow. All right. It's really hard to get a different colored sheep. So let's shave you off. We've got that white underbelly with what looked like bruising. Let's shave you off. White underbelly. So, okay, I don't know how you would tell which one is which at this state. So you need to make sure you're feeding your sheep to make sure you know what wool you're getting. That I'm not the biggest fan of, but I am a fan of that sheep texture. That sheep model was very, very nice. Let me know what your initial opinions are down in the comments. Let's go and find a village. Let's stop that sun from setting and let's see what villagers look like. All right, so we are going to approach the village now, and we've got a cherry blossom tree here, and this kind of signifies what I was saying about it being a bit devoid of color and a little bit sucked out of color, because cherry blossoms are supposed to be bright, they're supposed to be vibrant and pink. This is a much duller pink, a much more calmed down, not exactly happy, more grittier pink. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all, right? Like, it's a softer pink is probably the best way to put it. Maybe too soft for some. I mean, some people want to play Minecraft and they want to be happy with the colors that they're dealing with. So I would understand somebody looking at this and going, man, can somebody smile on this world? But I like it, and it definitely fits the pack that we're going for. In terms of the building structures then, so we've got cobblestone here. I adore what they've gone for here. I think this is awesome. I think this is very good. I see what they've gone for. I think that's nice. We've got the logs on here for the oak logs. Also very, very cool. Let's just pop around here. We've got flowers on here for everybody to see. We've got some crops down here for us to just see as well. And okay, wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that. So it's safe to say I've completely forgotten my original review of Conquest, okay? Let's see. Right. So the ones with the faces. Now, it's well documented. Hello, that's a nice cow. How you doing, buddy? Don't show me your butt, mate, but that's a nice cow. It's well documented. I do not like the more realistic style of villager faces, right? So that's immediately kind of a knockdown. But what I will say is the fact that they're wearing hats is definitely easier to process what I'm looking at here. And that's kind of shown here. So I don't like this square. I like what they've done with the face, down the chin down the bottom, right? Just shaping it a bit really helps with the shape. But then they've left it at the top there, big and square, which I don't like. But when you look at one of them with a hat on, or even maybe with hair, actually, it just looks like he's got a shape up. It's not as good there, but it's better than the bald one. Kind of just looks like he's got a flat top. And then you've got that chin definition. Looks a lot better. And then over here with the geezer in the hat, really, there you go. So you can hide the fact that there's a block head going on there, and you get that shape face on of the chin, or this guy over here with his beard. And I think that's a perfect way to do it. I don't like the face as a standard, but this is the best way to get that done. And I just wanted to show that off there. And then somewhere around here, he walked past me and then just completely disappeared, was the iron golem. Where did the iron golem go? He's gone for a bit of a walk, has he? I've lost him. I've lost that big green fella. Either that or he's just blending in. He's blending in. Here we go. Around here, we got the iron golem. Hello, mate. How you Whoa. Okay. So that's kind of done in like an ancient machine style. Oh, he's really not showing off. Here we go. Yeah, it's like almost like a knight in armor, but like a robotic knight. Heavy moss, like he's been asleep for 100 years. Very gritty. Again, it fits the theme. It's not what I would have chosen, but it definitely fits that theme of happiness does not belong here, grittiness, dirtiness, roughness. And I think it's on brand with that. Gets a little punch on the chest. And these buildings, they look really good. They look really good. The cobblestone really does complement the stone as well. This is not a pack that I was going to think that I would like. Because like I say, I've forgotten my original Conquest Texture Pack review, right? I know I rated it well, and I know this is highly rated, but this is not a pack that I was thinking, you know what, the grittiness is going to be awesome. I like my happy packs. I like my happy packs. I like my big models that change everything, right? This pulls color out. This adds a grittiness, a dirtiness, and a roughness to it. And yet it works in a way that I wasn't actually expecting to still like this after all these months and years. But I really do. Let's set it to nighttime and let's see if the hostile mobs can carry on this energy. So we're going to move off towards the moon now, and bearing in mind that we're only 2 sections into this, beginning our 3rd section, and we're already at about 13 minutes in, I think we need to speed up a little bit. So looking at the world, it definitely feels darker than a normal Minecraft world. That's helped by the tones of the stone, the darker greens. I don't know if we were just blessed with a really nice world generation though, but we've got some very good world generation showing off the kind of landscape, which I think is really nice. We've got a very good moon up there too. A little bit weird that it's kind of blocked off there, like it's behind something. I know that the moon isn't always a full moon, but it just feels a little bit rough there. Let's get the night vision on. Throw that away. Let's see what we got going on. So there's a creeper down here. Also, bear in mind, arachnophobia warning. No idea what we're kind of dealing with when it comes to spiders in this pack, so just be prepared. Let's get down here. So we've got a creeper. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, let's go up here. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Very much. Whoa, okay. It kind of has walking bark vibes to it. Like a tree has come alive, lost most of its stuff, and then has developed a face. Massive roughness. Wow. Okay, I like the creativity behind it though. And then, okay, we've got spiders. All right, we might not need to worry about realistic spiders. But we've got variants in spiders. We didn't have variants in creepers, though. No variances in... Oh, we do. The face, look. The gritty mouth. Wide open, looking angry. The calmer mouth there. Okay, so there's another one there. So in the creeper, it's definitely the face that's changing. In the spiders, we've got bright yellow leg. That'd be a yellow-legged spider if there was ever a yellow-legged spider. It would help if I grabbed the spider, wouldn't it? We got, whoa, what is that? We've got a red one, white one, black one. Variation is awesome, man. I really like variation. It really makes the world come alive when you've got variation. Okay. Stepping away from that realistic feel with the colorful medieval spiders and creepers. We've got a skeleton here, but you're showing off armor, so I'm not going to worry about that one. Let's get another guy out here. No variation to this skeleton that I can see, not even in the face. So the skeleton seems more standard. Either that or we've just had really bad luck. That same kind of dirtyish white bone structure there, though. I prefer these legs. Get these kind of bones onto that skeleton horse and it'll be so much better. These solid, squarer bones than what we had on that skeleton horse, and I think that would be a lot better. And then lastly then, let's have a look for a zombie. Are you an actual zombie or a zombie villager? A zombie, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. I've seen some of these guys at my local pub. Here we go. Look at that one eye. Again, no variation to the zombies here. Definitely look like they've been rough, though. No top. Hit the gym. No teeth. Interesting. I preferred the creepers and the spiders to the skeletons and the zombies here myself. But I'm really digging that grittiness. I'm really digging that roughness. I think that's so, so cool. Let's head out to the ocean. Let's see what an ocean monument looks like. And so one of my favorite occurrences in Minecraft has happened again with the ocean monument spawning underneath an ice spikes biome. But with the ice in this pack being almost, well, not even almost, being absolutely impossible to look under, we're not going to get any sneak peeks. So let's jump straight down and see what we've got going on down here. We've still got night vision potion on, and it's still not the easiest thing to look at. Okay, carrying on that dirty and gritty feel. The prismarine bricks, they're not even blue. Again, devoid of color, stick in that theme. We've got grays, we've got greens. Same for prismarine here as well. A very blurry, somewhat cobblestone feel. This is a completely different feel to what you get in Minecraft Vanilla. That's awesome. The darkness is crazy as well. Wow, okay. The sea lantern. Now the sea lantern, I shockingly, again, I like it. It's not its regal, like magical block that it normally is. It blends in with the stone, and then it has like this kind of crack inside it where the light is housed. Now, I don't know if that's going to be good for builders, but I like that, man. I think it will be good for new builders. It just won't work on current builds that may have incorporated sea lanterns in. Let's pop this open. I'm actually such a fan of the nastiness of this pack, like the natural nastiness. Although I'm a little bit worried about this guy. Okay. This is... Whoa. Okay. Hang on. So they're giving him eyes and like a laser nose. Super sharp teeth. This is like a super dangerous fish. Wow. Okay, everything is telling me not to like this from a vanilla Minecraft aspect, but from a creative point, I do like it. There seems to be something broken on the roof. Or on the head. On the top of the head there. A little bit of a broken thing, unfortunately. We're seeing that a bit here and there. I grabbed this as well. A smaller version. I mean, it could be like an... You know what I think that is? It's one of those anglerfish things, isn't it? That's supposed to be facing the other way, is it not? Like, that feels like an anglerfish. I think the anglerfish is the name that I'm going for here. But okay, again, I like the creativity. It's so different to what you would get in Minecraft vanilla. And I kind of think it's working. This is going against every kind of set standard that I would already believe in. Now, where are my drowns? This is so impossible to see what we're looking for here when we're looking for these. There he is. Drowned, thank you, because these don't spawn in ice spikes biomes. Okay, definitely a cousin to the zombie. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I like the back. That kind of... I don't even know what that is. That mossy, nasty, scaly feel at the back. But the front, I'm not the biggest fan of that, unfortunately. This wasn't the strongest section at all for me. I really dig the darkness, though, which is cool. But there's a few bits here that are very much... The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I'm struggling a little bit here. But... let me know what you're thinking. Let's go underground and let's see what a trial chamber looks like. At some point, I think we really do have to give a round of applause to how this game has just pulled any brightness and vibrance out of the world. Like, this is a trial chamber, and this is an amazing trial chamber to begin with, okay? Like, this is a very different trial chamber to any trial chamber that I've ever seen. Points for saying trial chamber 100 times in 1 minute. But, I mean, the tuff looking like sandy bricks blends in perfectly with the waxed blocks of copper. The light bulbs we've got on here giving that gritty feel. The grating giving that medieval feel. And then more copper down here, orange and green, basic but consistent. Okay, there's a little bit of a weird kind of jankiness to the switch up, but chiseled tough into chiseled tough bricks. The color seems quite consistent. They're not bleeding into each other very well, which I suppose is probably a nitpick just on my part, but mossy cobblestone. Once you get past that level of blur, once you accept that, the overall feel is just crazy. Like, this is like no trial chamber I've ever seen before. And I really do like it, man. Like, even up here, look, the spiderweb cobwebs that we've got going on here. We never look at those, and yet they look awesome. Let's get a breeze. So the breeze kind of feels... All right, the wind is a little bit weird, kind of like parchment paper. But it's kind of going along the lines of the Iron Golem, like I was saying, that ancient machinery feel. Almost something out of Zelda, like Breath of the Wild even, those ancient machines that you get. I know that's a reach, but it kind of does strike me as that. It's so weird. It's like a steampunk slash medieval, dirty, gritty, but not cheap, not bad quality. I'm still very blown away by this. I think this is really good, and I hope you guys can tell how impressed I am by this. Not the best pack I've ever seen, but my lord, it's up there. It is. It's not, maybe it's not the best because it's not my best, if that makes sense. I still rate Kingdoms above this because I like Kingdoms. I think Kingdoms brings joy, but this, once you accept it for what it is, wow, I think this is good. Let's head over to the Armoury and let's see what everything looks like. So we're in the Armoury now, and this is one thing that I really appreciate. So in a lot of worlds, you see the world generation, and you see it go from like a lighter grey into a pitch black block with the deep slate. Here, it's literally a grayscale. And I think that just feels a lot more realistic popping in. So you've got the lighter grey moving into a darker grey. You've got that grittiness, that feeling that you've got in this entire pack. And then, okay, again, like maybe this is a world generation thing. Maybe this is a block thing. Maybe texture packs need to just keep this in mind. But that transition from one stone to another, like tough into deep slate, never feels very natural. But when you look at the world, yeah, it feels like deposits. It feels very much like it's part of the same world, and I can appreciate that. We've already seen the cherry blossoms in the village, so we'll carry on going through. The trees, there's not a ton of transparency on the leaves. That should definitely be mentioned. But the logs, they look cool. I mean, we've got the variations going on the logs. They look very good. Very strong here. I mean, pale oak has even been touched. Again, giving it that barky feel. I like that. The creaking doesn't feel like the strongest of changes, but there is a change there. And it still feels like it's part of the pack, which is good. Something added so late could easily not feel a part of the pack, but it does. Dark oak, mangrove. Okay. Carry on through here. We've got the doors. The doors are screaming medieval to me here. I like the copper doors as well. Very nice. As well, it's so easy for like doors, trap doors, and beds to just scream medieval. And these are definitely screaming it. Like really rough, really uncomfortable. And it works really well for that. What was that? Oh, okay. We'll see the boats in a second. We've then got more blocks here. So that looks like it's broken. The creaking heart turned off. Doesn't look like it's working. We've got the precious blocks and ores. Okay. I like them. Yeah. A bit blur. Quite heavy blur on the precious blocks. Or the ore blocks, sorry. Got the walls there too. Pop over here for the glass. So it's a unique block design depending on the color. Some even feel like they might be seamless glass. Let's get this put around here. So there seems to be a degree of seamless glass in here when you put them across. There's no borders to them on certain ones. Other ones do have borders. So you get a little bit of a mishmash there, a little bit mix and match. And then you've got the blocks. Now this pack does have custom double slabs to give us that extra feeling of extra blocks. This pack also has what I believe is custom loading screen messages that tell you all about this. So here we'll see, for instance, you've got the oak planks there, and then you've got the oak slabs, really giving it that chiseled plank feel, which is just really good. And it's a nice way for texture pack creators to add, kind of cheat the system and add extra blocks in when they wouldn't do normally. I always appreciate that, and I think that's such a good thing as we go through. And it's not on everything. Like, look, the double slabs here of mossy stone bricks are just a mossy stone bricks texture there, but stone bricks and stone bricks are there. So not every block has a special double slab. Here you've got like a varianced block, somewhat slightly different, but I still think it's really good. That consistent bone color here too, good attention to detail on here. These are the things that get you rated a 4.7 out of 5. Like consistency, attention to detail is always appreciated in the marketplace. The wandering trader has disappeared annoyingly, so let's just pop him down here. If anybody knows how I can make it so this guy never disappears, please do let me know so I don't have to keep doing this. Although I could just put up an item frame with his spawn thing. Let's throw those away as well. So here, this guy, he's got that face kind of giving off Tom Cruise vibes. Carries on with that dirty vibe too, with a dirty face. Same for the llama. And again, that hat is working bits to get rid of the cubic head shape that we've got. Got the camels there as well, carrying on that blur and grittiness. The sniffer, wow. Okay. You see what I'm saying? They've taken all fun and color out of this pack. You have to know that's what you're getting with this. Otherwise, you are going to be hating it. But this is, I like it. I knew what I was getting in that sense. We've got the slimes. Can we see your faces? Okay. It's like, that is such a weird effect. So he's got a skeleton, he's got a skull inside his head. And then you've got the slime dribbling down. That's nasty. Nasty in the best way possible, I think. And then back onto the blocks here as well. And again, consistency. Every block is dirty. Every block is gritty. Nothing is just randomly polished. And it works. It gives you that vibe. This is Robin Hood, the Prince of Thieves level going on here. Like, this is Blackadder. Every dirty, gritty, old England medieval vibe is what you're getting from here. And if you don't see it, I'm sorry, but I do. We've got the boat on there as well with the mast. Very nice. The raft as well. Very nice remodeling there. And then again, we get those elements of Gothic coming in here with some of these textures. But definitely that rough grittiness. I'm liking this pack more and more as I go. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. I think there is some things wrong with it, but I am liking it more and more as we go. The paintings are awesome as well. Very nice. And then in terms of the armors, so... Oh, okay. So first of all, the armor stands. Hay bales on top of armor stands. Great, gritty choices. The weapons do not look like they're copy and paste. The armors, very blurry, very hard to make out. Obviously, the color there too. Let's see how that goes going forward. Chainmail, no transparency, so I'm not a fan of that. More weapons here for the stone. The iron, got that big and bulky iron armor. I thought he had a quiver on his back. Is that a weird thing? That is a weird thing. Look, so this, I swear these are things that only I would notice. This little strapping goes across left to right here. So you would assume it would come back right to left, but nope, it goes the wrong way. So a few attentions to details missing out here. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of, for me, these nitpicks. And when you start dealing with 4.7s out of 5, essentially 9.4s out of 10, you have to nitpick because you already know it's amazing, right? Like, that is heavy blur, heavy pixelization, very hard to make out what I'm looking at there. But again, even the gold doesn't feel bright gold. Happiness and joy gone like crazy. Diamond here for the blue. Again, not exactly your brightest diamond, not exactly your blurriest though, so that's cool. There's your weapons, and then Netherite on that red. Oh, yeah, I don't like that. That's heavy pixeled. Not liking that. Very difficult to make out what we've got going on there. The colors, though, still staying consistent. The Elytra wings, I like them. They're cool. We've got the trident on there. The shield. Oh, I don't like that pumpkin texture. I don't like that pumpkin texture. That felt like it didn't belong. I've lost my pumpkin texture now. That's great. Well done, Daz. Completely messed that up. We'll keep this in. Why not? We're already dealing with like a 15-minute video. I have not slowed down at all. Or I've not sped up at all even. Let's pop that on. Okay. Easy to look at through here. What's with the 20 blocks, 30 blocks, 40 blocks, 50 blocks, 60 blocks, 80 blocks? I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, look. Okay. It's like depth. It's like a sniper scope. Very weird. I see what we're saying here. I think it kind of goes with that. You see that custom crosshairs in the middle? That's weird. But I think that's what they've gone for there. I could be wrong. 30, 40, 50, 60 into 80. Weird. Not sure if you need that, but okay. Fair dues. Let's put that back on. Thank you very much. And then we've got the mace looking like a mace, the heavy core, and then the bundles are very much the wrong size, I'd say. That's unfortunate, but that happens in a lot of texture packs. And then lastly, let's turn this on. We've got the custom GUI for the health and hunger. So again, consistency is absolutely key in this pack. The blocks are awesome. You get that extra block on the slabs as well. Again, though, a few details that are slightly weird, slightly wrong, like the chainmail armor or iron armor, that weird pumpkin texture design in there. All these kind of things taking away from perfection, but not taking away from awesomeness. Not at all. Let's head back to the main save. Let's go to the Nether and let's see what's going on there. And so into the Nether we go then. We are dealing with the loading screen straight away. Whoa, okay. All right, there's a lot to unpack here immediately. First of all, it looks like we are in a crimson biome. I've got custom sounds, it feels like. So, what are we dealing with here? This is crimson nylium. Okay, crimson nylium with the white, very blurry. Very difficult to make out all of the details. Blends in perfectly with the trees, which are looking like they're made of skulls. Okay, good creative choices there. Netherrack, looking like worms. This is a very uncomfortable biome straight away. What are we dealing with here? Zombified piglin, looking quite alien in design, with a sticky out nose. Okay, and a mouth, in fact, kind of looking like a bear. Interesting. Massive changes here though, wow. Somehow they've managed to change everything and still keep the fun to a minimum. And again, I don't say that in a bad way. Let's pop around here. Shroom lights. Soul sand. Oh my days. The Ghast. The Ghast is there's many things I could call this Ghast. Whoa, okay. Let's go with the Sarlacc pit from Star Wars, shall we? Because that's kind of mad. Fair dues. I like it though. That's wow. Okay. Massive, massive change going on there. And then if we come up here and we're going to see what it looks like when it tries to attack us. So somewhere here I should have the survival command. No, I don't. Doesn't matter. Pop up here. Thank you very much. And then boom, into survival. Hey, buddy, you look like a butthole. Thank you very much. Okay. There was a delay on the fire. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. This has gone wrong. Excuse me. Okay, so there's a delay from the animation to the fire. A big delay. I don't know if that's the world. I don't know if that's the texture pack, but we've died. Okay, let's go and find that fortress. So we've had what I think is a texture pack first, with me dying during a texture pack review, which is awesome. But we're now here at a fortress, and again, I mean, look at this. That grittiness. I know people are going to be like, stop saying grittiness, but I think the blocks are so well made together that I think it's cool. We've got the breeze here. I'm going to punch him, see if he turns to me. All right, a little bit of a roughness in the face. Heavy blur on the texture. I can go with it though. It still fits perfectly in the world. It's almost giving me those Doom vibes, old school Doom. It's giving me kind of gory game vibes, which is a bit jarring for a Minecraft game, but it works, man. Like, just walking through here, not knowing what's popping out, I could definitely see like a Doom, or I'm trying to think of another game, but really I want to say like Castlevania or something, but I'm gonna stick with Doom, I think. Do we have a Wither skeleton around here for us? Ah, there we go. We've got some Wither skeletons now. Looking very similar to skeletons in general there. Nothing really changing. I like the glowy eyes though. Okay, let's get the Wither out here. And so the Wither is loading up. Again, we've got that kind of stony feel. Oh, okay. Quite a basic face. Okay. I mean, he's going ham straight away. Again, though, it fits the world correctly. Like, it's not feeling jarring. It's not feeling like it changes. That was just a very weird face. I want to get down here and see his face. I thought that was quite a weird, funny looking face right there. Like, almost like a Cyberman from Doctor Who. I don't know, just very weird. Not what I was expecting, but overall the aesthetic still felt cool. If we get out here, we've got a Strider there as well. Wow, that's nasty. Okay, cool. Let's head to the end then, and let's go and see what the Ender Dragon looks like. All right, into the end we go. And what more did we expect? Heavy blur, a lot of variation on this end stone, and it's not even like a yellow, it's more of a pale yellow, pale beige type design. The void feels a little bit blurry, a little bit grainy. Not incredibly difficult to look at, but It's not the most comfortable thing I've ever seen in the world. Then we got Enderman. Wow. Okay. There is something incredibly off-putting about this Enderman. Whether it's the bent legs, whether it's the super long arms, I don't know. But there is something very off-putting about this guy. And I like it. Oh, he even had a little shoulder shuffle as well. Very, very nice. And then the Ender Dragon. Bright green wings. Kind of icy white, icy grey. Ender Dragon skin. Horns on her head as well. The green of the wings. I like it. Look how sharp her teeth look as well. That gives me Skyrim vibes in the best way. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's head to the ancient city to see the Warden, and then let me give you my final review. Alright, so we're in the ancient city then, and wow, okay. We've got green skulk. Very blurry. Very heavy on detail, which is hard to make out looking down this. So let's get a little bit closer and see what we're dealing with. So we've got the green, that wormy, weedy effect going on there. That's harsh. That is harsh to look at. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world to be looking off at a distance. I like the green. I like the green on the grey. But that level of blur, that level of detail squished into one place is very, very off-putting to look at. Other than that, though, it looks all right. I mean, finding the greys, finding the stones. This is very much a pack for you know what you're looking for if you've got this. If you come into this and you're looking for a cartoony pack and see this, this is the ugliest thing you're ever going to see. But if you're looking for medieval, a form of realism, a form of like grittiness, you're going to really like this, I think. But then that still doesn't excuse how hard it is to make out some of it down here. That should be mentioned. Let's get the Warden out here. All right, so the Warden should be about to spawn then. Okay. Okay. All right. Initial vibes, Xenomorph is what I'm getting here. Initial vibes, a flat-faced Xenomorph. One that ran into a wall or a door that was shut by Ripley. I'm not sure. I have some thoughts on this, and they're not the best. I don't like the legs. I don't like the arms. I don't understand why some mobs have more squarey or more cubic arms and legs, and some have more flatter shaped arms and legs. I don't like this. It's the thing I'm saying. It feels weird. Also feels a bit too close to a Xenomorph. But maybe that's just me. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments. What am I going to give this pack out of 10? I think I'm going to go for an 8 out of 10. I think I'm going to go for an 8 out of 10. I know that's quite a shout, really. I mean, this is what, 4.7 out of 5. Double that, you get 9.4 out of 10. I'm going for an 8. Maybe about an 8.5. I'm not sure. I think this is very much a pack. You have to know what you're dealing with when you deal with it. You have to know you're getting gritty. You have to know you're getting medieval. You have to know you're getting some levels of realism into it as well. The variation is awesome. But if you come into this straight from vanilla, you're not going to like it. If you come into this straight from cartoon packs, happy packs, vibrant packs, you're probably not going to like it. But knowing what you know when you get this, then coming in and seeing the variations, seeing the details, seeing that realism, I think there's a lot here to like. There's some stuff I don't like I said. In most cases, attention to detail is very good, but there are some bits that, for a nitpicker like me, definitely takes me out of it a little bit. Then you've got certain things like I didn't really like the skeleton horse. I didn't really like the Warden and how they change what they're looking at. Same for the Strider as well. The arms just felt weird. The legs just felt uncanny and it wasn't great. Now, these are nitpicks. These are very much the base of the pack works really, really well. But these are stopping it from being perfect. So I think with that, and then with some of the blurriness and visual things that we've seen down here in the ancient city as well. I think I'm going to go for an 8, and I think that's a good score for me. Massive commending for this pack being updated in May of this year, 2025. Shout out to that, getting this pack updated as well. This is a much beloved pack, and I can see why. I'm by no means saying this is a bad pack at all. It's just not 10 out of 10 for me, I'm afraid. But that's me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Always love reading your reviews. Please do leave a like on the video as well. I'd greatly appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. This is our Throwback Thursday series. So if you have a pack that you'd like me to review, a texture pack that you'd like me to review, let me know down in the comments. I'll add it to the list and we'll get to it in about a month or two. We've got a massive list. Also, if you're not aware, I do have a Dasman Reacts YouTube channel, and this Saturday, that would be Saturday the 5th, I believe, of July, I will be pairing this Conquest pack with Realism Plus add-on. I've been asked to check that out in a mashup, so we're going to go and see how that looks. So head over to Dasman Reacts, links in the description. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, and on Saturday the video will be posted. And if it's after Saturday that you're watching this, well, the video should have been posted. Head over there, hit the subscribe, check it out. Conquest with, I believe, Realism Plus, but definitely a Realism add-on. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!